Welcome to High Infidelity, the best cheating videos on YouTube. If you enjoy this content, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications. Now let's get into the video. My 29 male wife, 27 female, has been working from home the past few months and has started having her high school ex over a lot. I told her this is unacceptable. Am I the wrong for this? Hey everyone. I know that the title may sound confusing without the background that I am about to give. So ever since COVID started, my wife has been working from home. My job never let us do that, so I have still been driving to work every day. She has a friend that she occasionally hangs out with. He's been invited to hang out with both of us before too. He's nice, fun to hang around and pretty cool. I've had no problem with this. My wife made me aware pretty early on that she dated him in high school. She said that they dated their freshman and sophomore year. They never had but did mess around. They started reconnecting as friends during their senior year. At that tone he had a girlfriend and she was starting to see another guy as well. When COVID started, my wife said that she would be able to work from home. I was glad and happy for her as I knew it'd be easier and even save gas. She said that her friend was going to be able to work from home too, so they may meet up sometimes to go over their work and help each other. They both work in a similar field. One day I came home and noticed that he was there. I thought nothing of it really, as my wife had told me about this. They both had their computers and like they were working pretty hard. For a while it was like this. Suddenly a few weeks and I would come home and they would casually be hanging out and having fun. Sometimes they would be playing a game, sometimes they would be drinking, sometimes they would be eating. I started finding this a little bit weird. It seemed as though he was getting more attention than me and that she was having a better time with him than me. Then one day when I came home, it was the final straw. They were both on the couch and her head was in his lap while they were watching TV. I waited until he left and then had a talk with her. I was fuming. I yelled at her and told her that their actions have been unacceptable and that there's no reason that she should be laying with a friend like that. I expressed how I felt like she has been showing him more attention than her husband and that it seemed like they were having more fun together than we do. Not to mention that they had dated before and fooled around. She got really upset and said I had no right to tell her that she can no longer hang around someone. She was mad that I seemed to claim that she was cheating on me with him and swore that she was not and would not do that. She said that all they were doing was relaxing and that it was not wrong to lay her head on his lap. The last 2 days he has not been at the house when I got home. She says that she has not seen him since our talk. I apologized for being so angry about it. She doesn't seem like she has really accepted my apology, as she has been really quiet around me ever since. How do I make things better? Is she cheating? How do I handle things between her and this friend? Now look at some comments. I agree with you. When you said they had computers out and were working hard, I felt it seemed innocent enough. However, a woman putting her head in some guy's lap? No. Boundaries are being crossed. It is not appropriate and she knows it. Would she be okay if the situation was reversed? Thank you. I don't like how everyone is automatically saying that it's wrong that the guy is over there in the first place. Sure, it's weird that they dated, but that was very many years ago. I had no problem when they were working. But what they did was taking it too far. I know there's been an update, but the other red flag is that she was unwilling to recognize that you were uncomfortable and make adjustments. I had a male friend at work who I got on really well with. We're both married and we'd been taking lunch together, complaining about work, chatting about fountain pens, etc. It was an innocent friendship, but people at work started calling us work husband/wife and we both shut that down pretty quick. And when my husband said something to the effect of "It sounds like you've been spending a lot of time with him lately, should I be worried?" I made a conscious effort to adjust my behavior to make it very clear at the office and at home that we were just friends, started inviting other colleagues to join us at lunch so that it was a group, and made sure that I was spending quality time focused on my husband. I heard his fear, and because he is important to me, I adjusted my behavior to make him feel more comfortable and secure. I wouldn't have been happy if he'd told me you cannot talk to him anymore, but I was perfectly happy to find out the reasonable compromise that made him feel that I gave how he felt and that I didn't even want to give the appearance of cheating. Look. I had a GF before. She was married and we had been having many times before her mother almost walked in on us. One day they had problems with the computer and I was the guy asked to fix it. She was home alone and the first thing we did was the computer. When her mother got there, it looked like I was working hard fixing it. What I want to say is, they could have had first, maybe a couple of times, and afterwards they were just behaving normally when it was the time for him to get home. It happened to me. Could happen to anyone. You are not at all in the wrong here. At first it seemed innocent enough, but putting your head into the lap of someone you're not with is suspicious AF. She's right that you have no right to tell her to do something, but since you explained and asked her to stop and she's being defensive like this, I'm getting a ton of red flags. If she's not cheating, she's sure not showing respect for you as her partner. It wouldn't surprise me if she is cheating though, with how overly close they seem to be getting. That's not okay. She's not respecting your relationship. Her head shouldn't be in his lap at all, and it should make you uncomfortable since they used to have a relationship. If the roles were reversed and you had an ex's head in your lap, she would also be uncomfortable. Her getting mad at you for questioning it is gaslighting to the situation and you. I wouldn't put my head in guy's lap if I didn't feel some type of chemistry. It's definitely flirty. I think you guys need to discuss boundaries. It's important that you guys agree on what you consider to be okay and not okay. If she thinks that type of behavior with an ex is acceptable, and you don't, then things may not work. I would see where things go, and what she does next. Her actions will speak louder than words. If these situations keep occurring though, it may be time to rethink if this is someone you want to be with. Well, it does seem quite inappropriate to be drinking and chilling on the couch. Eating and stuff like that seems fine, but chilling with her head on his lap seems bordering on very inappropriate. Remember, they are supposed to be working. I can understand they de-stress by eating dinner and even watching TV or whatever. That said, is this happening pretty much every day? Or just happened once or twice? Either way, you need to have a serious talk with her. Sit her down and talk about boundaries rather than making demands of her not seeing the friend. It is bad to deny her a friend in the way that it sounds like you did, but your feelings are valid here. I don't know how trust can be regained here, but if I were her, I would have tried to find a way to reassure you rather than be combative. This is a situation where I think you have cause for concern, but it may still be fairly innocent. So it's tricky, and without a good proper heart-to-heart talk with her, this will grow resentment. It may be a good idea to request from her that you be allowed to see their communication, texts, Facebook/Instagram. Important here that you don't demand to keep continuous eye on her phone. Just have her unlock her phone in full view of you so you can get some reassurance with this guy. If she reacts strongly to this, I think you have your answer, and it's time to take this as a serious threat to your marriage. You need to proceed delicately, but you deserve and need this to be resolved, otherwise suspicion will grow, and with that comes resentment. Hey! Don't put the update here. Most of us just reading this now and the advice, and we'll go to the update for the ops conclusion. This is not your story to tell. You should remove your update. If you notice, there are hundreds of posts with updates and no one else spoils it for the op. This isn't a TV show, there's nothing to spoil. This is someone's life being, no one is telling the story for op. The guy simply said the wife cheated. Stop behaving like a child. Nah, I'm not acting like anything actually. I actually feel really bad for op. What a shitty situation for him, and I hope he can make the best of it and get over it. My point was that people reading the first post may have wanted to do so with an open mind before knowing the outcome. Also, genuine advice/sympathy could be offered. Knowing the outcome affects that. It's not treating it like a show in the slightest.